Are you ready for your hips to feel good? Hi friends, I am Katie Arnold. This is our Feel Good Flow, and it is all about the hips today. We are going to create space in those hips. We are going to strengthen the legs, and you are going to leave this class feeling so good, I promise you. This 25-minute class is just a great reminder that we don't need to spend a lot of time on our yoga mats to feel good in our bodies and to really gain some beautiful benefits from these practices, both physical and the mental and emotional benefits as well, right? So I know practicing yoga at home sometimes can be a challenge. So I am here to help you get in and get out as quickly as possible and with the time that you have for your days. So for our practice today, you do not need any props. So if your yoga mat is not already rolled out, go ahead and roll it out, and I will meet you right back here. All right, so we're going to get started in a child's pose, bringing those knees about as wide as your yoga mat, big toes towards one another. Walk your hands out in front of you. Maybe take some cleansing breaths out of an open mouth, releasing anything that you may need to. If it's available to you, letting your forehead rest all the way down on your yoga mat. Inviting in a few moments of stillness, of peace here. Allowing ourselves to integrate into this practice on our mats today. Think about releasing anything that may be coming up, anything that may have happened before this. And rather fully inviting yourself onto your mat. Fully inviting yourself into our practice today. Taking 2 more breaths. And while you're at it, starting to build that ujjayi breath, that nose to nose breathing, that ocean sounding breath, feeling that slight constriction at the back of your throat. And inhale, pressing yourself up to a neutral tabletop position. Wrists are going to come underneath those shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then inhale, dropping your belly, lifting your gaze, coming through cow pose. Exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest for cat. Inhale through cow, heart shines forward, your gaze is going to pull forward. Exhale through cat, let that spine round, pulling up towards the ceiling. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, spine rounds. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale through cat. Inhale, drop that belly. Exhale, round the spine. One more time. Inhale back to your neutral tabletop position. Curl your toes under, let your hips go up and back, downward facing dog. In this first down dog of class, might feel really nice to pedal out those heels, bending one knee, bending the other. Waking up the backs of our legs. And as it feels good, maybe inviting in some stillness, bringing as much of a bend to those knees as you need to release any tension in that low back. They look like that upside down V. Our chest is pressing back towards your thighs. Heels are pulling down in the direction of our mat, but knowing that they don't need to ever touch. Gazing back between the legs, take one more big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, send that right leg high behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knees, stack that hip open, 3-legged dog with a twist. Take a round or two of breath and maybe roll out that right ankle.
circling in one direction and the other. Inhale, square those hips back with your mat. Exhale, step that right foot through in between your hands. Let your left knee come down onto the mat, right knee over that right ankle. Inhale, both arms up, low lunge. Feeling that stretch through the front of that left hip. Energy up through those fingertips, big inhale breath. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat, curl those left toes under, step to the top of your space, forward fold. Inhale for a flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, stand all the way up, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Exhale, pull those hands back down through heart center. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold all the way back down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step those right toes to the back of your space, drop that right knee down. Left knee over that left ankle, inhale up, low lunge, left side. Big inhale breath. Big exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, plant those hands down, step it back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale that left leg high behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knees, stack that hip open. Maybe you take those ankle circles if you took them on the other side. Opening up those hips. Inhale, squaring those hips back with your mat. Exhale, step that left foot through in between your hands, drop that right knee down. Inhale, sweeping both arms up. And being really mindful not to let that left knee go past the toes. We're trying to protect those knees here. Take a big breath in. Big breath out, pull those low ribs in. One more inhale. Exhale, plant your hands to the mat, step to the top, forward fold, top of our space. Inhale up, flat back. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, stand all the way up. Exhale, let your hands come down through heart center. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold all the way back down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step those left toes to the back of your space, soften that left knee down. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Stay and settle in. Big breath in. Exhale, bring those hands to the mat, downward dog. Full round of breath. Inhale that right leg high behind you. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. This time that left knee is going to stay lifted. Keep that left hand on the inside of that right foot and inhale, reach that right arm up, low twisting lunge. Big inhale breath. Big exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bring that right hand back down to the mat. Spin that left heel down. Create that heel to arch alignment. And then open up warrior two. Cartwheeling those hands up. Arms at a T. Gazing over that front middle finger. Hips open towards the long side of our mat. Let your shoulders relax down your back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Flip that front palm. Inhale, reach up and back, reversing your warrior. Exhale, bring that right elbow down to that right thigh, side angle pose, left arm up towards the ceiling. Moving dynamically, inhale, sweeping up and back. Exhale, side angle. One more time, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose, and then pause right here. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale, reaching up through those left fingertips. Exhale, low lunge, top of your space, and step it back, high plank pose. Big breath in, pull that low belly in, create that long line of energy, press the mat away. One more inhale. Exhale, let your hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale that left leg high behind you. Exhale, sweep it through in between those hands. Keep that right hand planted. Inhale, reach that left arm up, low twisting lunge. Think about stacking the shoulders. One more big inhale breath. Exhale, bring that left hand down, spin that right heel down to the mat and open up warrior two. Lifting up into your power. Lunging into that left knee. Being mindful not to let the knee cave in towards the big toe. Open it out towards the smaller toes of that left foot. Big breath in. Big breath out. Flip that front palm. Inhale, reach up and back, reversing your warrior. Exhales that side angle pose. Left elbow comes down, right arm reaches. Moving dynamically. Inhale, reaching up and back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, pause and hold right here. Being mindful not to dump all of our weight down into that left elbow. Think about reaching up through those right fingertips. It'll fire on the core a little bit more. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, low lunge, hands framing that left foot, step it back, high plank. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full round of breath. Taking that one more time through, moving with our breath, moving at the pace of our breath. One breath, one movement. Inhale, sweep that right leg high behind you. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Inhale, open up, low twisting lunge. Exhale, bring those fingertips down, spin that back heel down. Inhale, warrior two. Stay for your exhale. Flip that front palm. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. One more time, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Stay for your inhale breath. Exhale, low lunge, step it back, high plank. Big inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. Inhale that left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, bring those fingertips back down, spin that right heel down. Inhale, warrior two. Stay for that exhale breath. Flip that front palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. One more time, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, pause. Big breath in. Exhale, low lunge and step it back, high plank. Big inhale, breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full round. Inhale that right leg high behind you. Exhale, bring that right knee behind that right wrist, setting up for a half pigeon. Left leg is long behind you. Staying up on tall arms for a moment here. Think about squaring the hips. So pulling that right hip back slightly, that left hip forward. If it feels good to you to just stay up on tall arms right here, I highly encourage you to stay. If you are ready, you can start to lower down onto your forearms if that's available. Taking more of a sleeping variation to our pigeon pose. Take 5 breaths wherever you're landing. Focusing in on that breath. Final one here. First, coming back up into tall arms if you're not already. And then we're gonna roll onto that right hip. Swing that left leg all the way around and plant that left foot on the outside of that right thigh. Then sitting back up nice and tall. Inhale, sweep that right arm around, hugging that left knee in, and plant that left hand behind that left hip. And try to keep as much of a long spine as you can here. So like somebody's pulling a string up through the crown of your head. Gently unwind and meet me back in a downward facing dog. So crossing those ankles if that's available and making your way back there or just getting there however works best for your body today. Once we arrive, we'll take a full round of breath. And then inhale that left leg high behind you. Exhale, bring that left knee behind that left wrist. Setting up for your half pigeon here, knowing that the closer this left heel is in towards the body, the less intense the stretch will be. The more parallel that shin becomes with the top edge of your mat, the deeper you're gonna go. So we have the ability here to take out of this half pigeon what we need to meet our bodies where they are at today. So once again, your choice if you stay up on tall arms, or if you want to come down onto those forearms. And then taking 5 rounds of breath wherever you are. Sending that breath down to your hips for our final breath. And then walking yourself back up into tall arms. Roll onto that left hip. Swing that right leg all the way around. Plant it on the outside of that left thigh. Inhale, sweeping that left arm around. Hug that right knee in. Plant that right hand behind that right hip. And then noticing here that maybe the gaze comes all the way over that right shoulder, but if that feels like too much, if that feels too forced, then just take the gaze not so far. You have control here as to how deep into this twist you go. And gently unwind, winding those legs, planting both feet. We'll lower all the way down onto our backs. Once you arrive, bringing the knees into your chest and taking a few gentle rocks side to side. Take a breath in at center. And exhale, dropping those knees over towards the right. The left arm can come out of that left shoulder, gazing over your left shoulder. Inhaling back through center. And exhale, drop your knees over towards the left. Right arm out of the right shoulder. Inhale, bringing your knees back through center and taking them out nice and wide, reaching between your legs for the bottoms of your feet, finding a happy baby pose. Maybe you take some gentle rock side to side if that feels good here. You would rather take this in stillness, knowing that that's always welcome too. And think about pulling, if you're in stillness, think about pulling that low back all the way down to the mat. And noticing how you can feel each vertebrae from your tailbone all the way up your back, all the way up to your neck, connecting with the mat beneath you. Releasing those feet and just extending the legs all the way out on your yoga mat. Letting your arms rest down by your sides, palms facing up towards the ceiling. And taking any final movements that you need to here, any final wiggles. So you can fully release and be present in this space on your mat today. So you can integrate all the work that we just did, all of the love for our hips. Hopefully they're feeling really good as you let those legs relax. And then allowing yourself this final minute or so of Shavasana in stillness and in silence. Big breath in. Side out. Gently wiggle fingers and toes. Take a big good morning stretch, reaching long from your fingertips to your toes. Rolling over onto your right side, coming into a fetal position. And pressing into your hands, coming all the way up to a nice easy seat on your mat. Letting the shoulders relax down your back.
sweep those arms out nice and wide, palms meeting overhead. Exhale, let your hands come down through heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. Om Shanti. Peace. Thank you all so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope those hips are feeling good. If they're gonna feel great later. I promise you that. If you have not already grabbed my free mindful movement class calendar, the link is in the description below. If you don't already subscribe to my channel, I would be so grateful if you just took a quick moment to subscribe, to like this video, knowing that that helps more people find free yoga. It helps more people find this channel. I'm so grateful to have you here with me. I will see you back on your mats for your next yoga practice.